Welcome to this week's iClass given by Rabbi Mendy Loewenthal from Chabad of South Kensington. This week's Torah portion starts the 5th book of the Torah, Devarim, Deuteronomy. We start at chapter 1, verse 1. These are the words which Moses spoke to all Israel on that side of the Jordan in the desert. The Jewish people have been through 40 years of wandering in the desert. They have had many trials and tribulations, been through some tough wars, and are just about to enter into the Holy Land, Eretz Yisrael. Moving along to verse 5. On that side of the Jordan, in the land of Moab, Moses commenced and explained this Torah. One of the last things that Moses did before he passed away was to explain the Torah. Rashi, quoting the Talmud, explains that not only did Moses explain the Torah, but he actually translated it into 70 languages. The commentators explain that Rashi is linking this section to the episode where Hashem tells Moses to write the Torah down on slabs of stone. And over there the Torah adds 2 extra words, Be'er Hatev, explained very well. Not only did Moses write the Torah, but he also explained the Torah very well. And the question is, why does it add these words, Be'er Hatev, that he explained it very well? So the Talmud learns from that not only was the Torah written, but it was also translated into 70 languages. And over here, Rashi concludes, linking these 2 sections, the section where Moses writes the Torah and translates it into 70 languages, to over here where Moses is explaining the Torah, and Rashi concludes that because the Torah uses similar terminology, therefore we can deduce that Moses translated the Torah over here as well. It's interesting to note that translations from one language to another often lose some of the nuances. So it follows that when Moses translated the Torah, he needed to explain it very well. Now there's a story in the Talmudic text called Masechet Sofrim, where King Talmai asked 5 sages to translate the Torah into Greek. The problem was that Talmai was then going to study those 5 translations in depth, and it ended up in total disaster. The sages were not able to communicate the finer nuances of the text into their Greek translations, and that left the potential for King Talmai to misunderstand many parts of the Torah. And the Mishnah says that it was so bad that it was like the day the golden calf was made. This story leaves me with a bad aftertaste for attempts at translating the Torah. Translating is fraught with many dangers and could lead a reader to misunderstand many things. Now, the question is, if translating is so bad, like the day the golden calf was made, then why did Moses translate the Torah? Why did God tell Moses to translate the Torah? Why was Moses' translation okay and King Talmai's translation not okay? So the Lubavitcher Rebbe explains, there's 2 things. First of all, there's 2 things. Number 1, there's the day the golden calf was made. And number 2, there's the day the golden calf was served as an idol. Now interestingly, the Mishnah said that translating the Torah for King Talmai was so bad that it was like the day that they made the golden calf. So making the golden calf, although it was one of the darkest days in history, the actual making of the golden calf was not an act of idol worship in itself. In fact, some commentators say that it came from pure intentions. The Jewish people, wrongly, thought that Moses was not coming back, so they wanted a replacement. Now the problem was that making this golden calf was very dangerous. It had the potential to lead to idol worship, to serving this calf as an idol. And that's exactly what happened the next day. Translating the Torah is similar to making the golden calf. It can be a very positive thing to do. In fact, God even told Moses to translate the Torah. But translating the Torah can also lead to a negative potential, to misunderstanding the text of the Torah. And the question is, where does the drive come from? If it is Hashem telling us to translate the Torah, then it's a good thing. But if it's King Talmai then it can come to not good. It can lead to an inaccurate translation. This week's Torah portion, Moses explaining the Torah, translating it, is teaching us the importance of doing the right things for the right reasons. Shabbat Shalom.